So after quite a few delays, the long-awaited sequel to Doom 3 is finally coming as a reboot to the entire Doom franchise, and Bethesda is now offering gamers invites to the Doom Closed Beta. Unlike the Doom Closed Alpha, the Doom Closed Beta doesn't have any sort of NDA, and in fact gamers are encouraged to share gameplay footage of it to YouTube and other social media sites, so I might as well talk about my beta experience. Now let's be honest here, the Doom beta sucks. First, I'll get out of the way what doesn't suck, and that is the graphics. The graphics in the Doom beta are great, running on the new ID Tech 6 engine. The lighting and motion blur really look great, and especially since the game runs at a mostly smooth 60 frames a second. The closest thing I saw to frame rate drops was screen tear, and this is on the Xbox One too. If this is anything to go by, the game should run great on the PS4 and PCs as well. The color choices were also pretty good for the levels, and the game looked a lot brighter and more colorful than the darker, gloomier Doom 3, which had more of a survival horror feel to it. Judging from the beta, the game looks more like Unreal Tournament 2004 with modern graphics than Doom 3 with modern graphics. Now let's talk about what sucks. The first problem with the Doom beta is that it tries to be another Me Too loadout based shooter with matchmaking and experience based ranks. Before each match starts, you can choose a loadout and you can create loadouts in between matches. Weapon pickups are gone, and instead you can only pick up health, shield, and ammo pickups. Just like older Doom titles, there's no regenerating health or shields, and guns just fire ammo. There's no reloading. Despite this, you can now only carry 2 weapons at a time, while in similar arena-style shooters, you automatically pick up weapons and can even set it to automatically switch to different ones you pick up by default. With most arena shooters and even games that use some elements of the arena shooter formula such as Halo, you pick up weapons from certain spots in the map or from fragged players. With Doom, you can now spawn with the super shotgun and rocket launcher while even gain a grenade to throw around. You also now get certain abilities that function like burn cards in Titanfall. However, they're nowhere near as overpowered as Titanfall's burn cards are, and if anything they function more like Call of Duty's perks. The gameplay in the Doom beta is slow-paced as well, compared to Doom 1 and 2's intense action with heavy metal music. However, you now can pick up an overpowered power-up that turns you into a demon when you touch it, similar to that of the hero power-ups from EA's Star Wars Battlefront. You can't regain health when you're in the demon mode, but you gain more health and you get powerful attacks. The maps in the Doom beta aren't very big, and they're about as big as a smaller Halo map. And due to this and the speed of the gameplay, this means that the Doom beta feels more like Halo than any Doom game or arena shooter that I've ever played. I also noticed some lag when playing the Doom beta online too, and despite the game supposedly running on dedicated servers, it sure didn't feel like that. I wouldn't be surprised if Doom used peer-to-peer connections as a fallback measure if the servers aren't working, or if Bethesda pulls the plug on the dedicated servers like what happened with quite a few 360 games that claim to have dedicated servers. Now, why is this all a bad thing? Well, keep in mind, the original Doom wasn't a loadout-based shooter, nor did it have matchmaking. Instead, Doom 3 had a game list, and other external services functioned as one for Doom 1 and 2. Now, also keep in mind that ID Software has a reputation of making shooters known for being loaded with fast-paced, action-packed gameplay, over-the-top violence, and in quite a few of their games, heavy metal soundtracks and a dark, gritty, sci-fi themed art direction that serves as a backdrop. They are also known for having arena-style multiplayer gameplay that was popular in the mid to late 90s and early 2000s. Other games such as Tribes and Unreal Tournament were influenced by games such as Doom and Quake, which featured fast-paced arena-style gameplay involving fast movement, picking up overpowered weapons that never needed reloading from the map, and over-the-top action. Yet, lately the landscape of first-person shooters has shifted towards other kinds of games. First, to games that try to capitalize on the success of the slower sci-fi franchise Halo, which featured the ability to carry only 2 weapons instead of every weapon on the map, regenerating health and vehicles, and then later games capitalizing on the success of Call of Duty 4 and Battlefield, with games featuring custom classes, kill streaks, ranking systems based on time played instead of Halo's attempt at skill skill-based matchmaking, aim down sight style aiming, a run button which allows you to not shoot while you're running, and matchmaking with playlists. And let's not forget Counter-Strike, which ended up popularizing the single life objective gameplay format. Lately, the new trend has been futuristic sci-fi shooters, which incorporate elements of arena shooters, while also keeping elements of more modern shooters intact. Titanfall featured faster-paced gameplay with wall running and double jumps, while Call of Duty Advanced Warfare featured arena shooter-style movement mechanics such as double jumps and side dashes. In fact, on the PC version of Advanced Warfare, the controls for side dashing are the same as in Unreal Tournament. Now, of course, this has caused much controversy for players of older installments in the Call of Duty franchise or MLG fragheads who are either expecting another Modern Warfare 2 or another Black Ops 2. At the same time, it didn't attract too many new players to the franchise since many of them avoided Advanced Warfare, either because the name alone or because they watched videos from fragheads on YouTube who were criticizing it for not being Modern Warfare 2. So why did I spend this part of the video talking about the first-person shooter landscape today? Because, well, the Doom beta really proves that gaming is truly in a weird time. Somehow gaming is in a position where not only does Doom feel like a Me Too shooter, which happens to be the same problem Halo is suffering now, but Call of Duty, of all things, feels more like arena shooters than Doom does. And if the beta is any indication, Doom is just another game writing off brand recognition and nostalgia. Now, maybe I'm wrong, and maybe this is just the multiplayer. Maybe the single player will be Doom's saving grace, but I'm not so sure considering how slow Doom was at E3. Now, most likely there will be some form of classic modes or alternate game types, since after all the game has a Forge-style creation tool. However, it's all just a matter of wait and see, and I'm not completely sold on this game at its current price point. And even then, the new Unreal Tournament in development looks a lot more promising and old school than the new Doom is, and considering the direction Doom is going in, I don't have high hopes. After all, players are helping develop Unreal Tournament and not focus groups. And considering how a lot of gamers are going to be buying Doom because they assume it's going to be another old school shooter and not like Call of Duty, I think many of them are going to be disappointed unless they've never touched an arena shooter in the last 15 years. And that's all that needs to be said. Thanks for watching and subscribe for more.